What's good, y'all? Eagles Cowboys preview. Like, comment, subscribe. Real Talk with MJ. We have a special guest today. Y'all know I got my guy AB. And we also have a Villanova legend. You know, it's Eagles fans everywhere. I mean, they in Cali, they in Florida, Maryland. You got the folks, obviously from Jersey, from Camden, that they love the Eagles. They claim all Philly sports.
Yeah.
But we have a Villanova legend, the guy who hit the shot of shots. I was in high school, hit that shot. I'm shouting, screaming, top of my lungs with my dad, all that stuff. We got Kris Jenkins
What's up, man?
on Real Talk. Welcome, man.
What's up?
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's definitely an honor. Like you say, Birds fans, we all over. And you killing me, man. You make me feel my birthday tomorrow. You make me feel just a little bit old talking about you was in high school, bro. That hurt. That hurt just a little bit.
I done went through high school and then it was, college or grad school. And now we here, but it's a pleasure for you to be on. Obviously, I see the Eagles jacket, you repping. We love it. We love
Yeah.
it.
Y'all know what time it is.
We gotta talk about the Birds, and there's two sides of the coin, right, AB? Because you got the one side of, all right, this Eagles defense has been playing like the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
But also the Eagles offense, and you paid Jalen Hurts, you paid Saquon Barkley, you paid AJ Brown, you paid Devontae Smith, LeMay Lotta, Lane. I keep going on. Land Dickerson.
Saquon more money after the first.
You feel me? Re-up up.
Dallas Goedert, he came back for a 1 year prove-it deal essentially. So is your focus more on how great the Eagles defense has been, or are you more concerned with the Eagles offense? Start with you, Kris.
I mean, you definitely start off with the defense because they've been so amazing, especially since, making a trade since the deadline. So the defense just been playing lights out. But I mean, the offense at some points during the game is almost unwatchable. It's just like, what are we doing? Like everybody looks out of sync. Nobody looks like they're going the extra mile. It just looks like everybody's just not on the same page. So, thank goodness we got some season left and we got some time to fix it. And we play the Cowboys coming up. So hopefully that should help with morale and offense. Cowboy quarterbacks seem to light up the Cowboys when they play them this year. So hopefully we can get back on track.
No, facts. And I think we in for a great game against the Cowboys. Really get your thoughts, AB. Are you more focused on the Eagles defense and the stars and the Kobe and Jordan Days? Talk about them obviously later in the episode. Or you more worried about the offense? I remember we were here a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
And you said, coming off the bye week, you said that offense better be humming. So, where's your focus at?
No, I mean, week after week this whole season, we've spoke about the defense, even coming into the from the offseason training camp. But it's like the season did a whole 180 essentially like that. I mean, you got them literally playing like the best defense. If they not shoot, for me, they are the best defense in the league right now for me. So it's just like I don't see any drop off if you're saying the guys that we added like Phillips and things of that nature being here. If they continue to play the way that they're playing, absolutely. So I to now for me, I actually have faith in my defense. Now this offense, on the other hand, although I have faith in number one, it's a lot of different variables within this offense that's happening right now, which I really just like don't understand, confused about. Where it's like it has me a little worried. Do I think we have the ability to go out there, put up points or whatever like that? Absolutely. There's no way you're telling me with all the guys you just named, they got all that money. They can't go out there and make plays. But from play calling, for decision making, quarterback and OC, let's be real about it too. That's my guy, but that wasn't his best game last week either.
That's your guy?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. The OC, your guy, yeah. After this, me and you need to talk.
No,
man.
not the OC. No, Jay Hurts, not the OC. Shoot, listen, OC, that's a whole nother issue. Talking about the OC, go ahead, Ben, let us know about this OC. What's been transpiring? I know it's a lot of talk that they are speaking about. Is it Jalen Hurts? Is it the relationship? It can't be all on KP and the reason why this offense isn't going. But what's your take on that when you see the totality of this offense? how do you feel, or where do you place your blame or whatever?
Oh man, I mean, it has to start with the offensive coordinator, but I also go back. I give a good bit of the blame to Nick Sirianni because we struggled with this a little bit last year when Kellen Moore was the OC, and it's just like we had too many weapons. We all feel like Jalen Hurts is good enough and capable enough. So with that being said, our offense looking the way that it does, I mean, offensive line, everybody's offensive line is banged up for the most. You know what I mean? Guys are in and out of the offensive line up for each and every team. Justin Herbert is out his two best offensive linemen. It's just like that's a part of football. So if we're gonna blame our performance on, oh well, we're going to struggle because of our offensive line, then I don't like that. I don't agree with that. And I don't think Philly fans love that either because we see the talent that we have. We see the chemistry that we've had before. We've scored 30 points before this season. We're just trying to figure out why we could score 30 points in a game, but then also have a game where we don't score in a half. It just doesn't make sense. It
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, to have all those talented players on offense and you lead the league in 3-and-out rate.
Man.
So it's like you're not getting a first down.
Mm-hmm.
You striking out on first down.
Mm-hmm.
You striking out on second down or on third down. Most of the time you're on third and long, and y'all gonna run the ball. Y'all gonna run the ball. Sorry, Mom, I was about to cuss. I saved myself right there. So like ultimately, this offense is obviously playing way lower to their potential.
Right.
I would argue it's more valuable to have an A+ coach and let's say B-level talent because that A+ coach is gonna get A-level production from those
Right.
B-level players versus you got A-level talent, but your coach is a F, a D, or a C.
Yeah.
And he
Don't
bringing
cost you.
down the levels. So I look at Vic Fangio, and I don't think anybody predicted the defense to be carrying the offense the way it's been this season because you lost Josh Sweat. You lost Woodson Williams. And yeah, we've been hearing stuff about Ajomo and training camp, and I think it was safe to say people could have seen a breakout year from him, and he's been snapping, and N'Kobe been going crazy, and Zach Bond, these guys, but it was looked at as, all right, y'all losing some pieces on offense. You lost Darius Slay and Isaiah Rodgers. It's going to be on the offense to kind of carry the defense until they hit their stride. So that's the one thing that's been surprising for me. It's like, dog, you got all these playmakers, and I know Jeffrey Lurie. I don't know if you saw that report that he was talking to AJ and Big Dom brought them together after practice.
Always Big Dom. Right?
Always Big
Come on,
Dom.
shout out to Big Dom, man.
Yeah, shout out to Big Dom. And it's like, I know Jeffrey Lurie thinking to himself, I'm paying all these guys on offense, and this is the production I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
So I would argue that this Cowboys game, I told AB before this episode, I said, hey, if this offense still looks putrid against the Cowboys, like the way they've looked against the Packers and against the Lions, Jeffrey Lurie might pull the plug from Kevin Patullo because he might just be like, dog, all right, we're getting November, and this offense can't do nothing against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, I would argue, maybe in the high leverage moments, or Hurts, AJ, Smitty, they just gonna rise to the occasion and kind of just it doesn't matter who the offense. It could be us calling plays. Like they just gonna make it work. Players gonna make it. They the ones on the field making the plays. And I know you can speak to that, being a player yourself. And I'd love to know like how much of it is on the players themselves, because we do know Hurts wasn't that good against the Packers. He wasn't that good against the Lions.
But we're allowed to have bad games. And that's the thing.
Really? In this city?
I mean, but that's what our fans need to understand. It's just like we're allowed, like as a professional athlete, you're allowed to have bad games. Now, how you respond to these bad games and how you grow and handle certain situations should be how you're judged a little more instead of just being having such a strong reaction to, oh man, you played bad, we won or we lost, because like there's a lot that goes into it. But one could also say that if it wasn't for the tush push, like our percentages would probably be a little worse as far as like our conversion rate and things of that nature, our touchdowns in the red zone. Like, think about it. Think about how much the tush push is kind of masking stuff. Our defense and the tush push is kind of saving face right now until we can get the offense where we need it to be. Because we won't repeat if the offense doesn't carry their weight. That's just the reality of the situation and how the league is today in 2025.
And I think that's why that's my issue, what you just said. Like a lot of things are being masked, even what like Miles just said when it came to the players just being the players making plays, and you saying that Jeffrey might let him go. Like I can't see him letting him go. So I do believe they're in a state of just like hopefully the players just play good or play above their ceiling, and let's try to ride this thing out and ride on this defense, or maybe get the run game going or something like that. But that's my biggest, as you asked earlier, as far as going into this game, the offense, that's what worries me. It's not on top of it. Sometimes having bad games, you always have to always overcome bad play calling sometimes. Like you said, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and we're doing draw plays when everyone is in the league is going forward on 3rd and 15 and converting. and converting.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably the highest clip of 3rd down and long conversions. Without even looking at the stats, I know this is probably one of the highest years of 3rd down conversion rate across the league. So that's the type of stuff that bothers me when it comes to this OC specifically. And even head coach, you brought up Nick Sirianni. He's a culture guy. I give him it.
He's supposed to be an offensive guy, though.
But that's my issue. When you have
my
a struggling
goodness.
OC, who do he go to? When your head coach, he doesn't even know, like, he can't even tell you what to do.
That's the issue, because I think Dan Campbell gets glazed sometimes because he's cooler than Nick Sirianni.
No, he do.
Give Dan Campbell this. I'll give Dan Campbell this. When Jim Morton and them boys was staying up to bed, he said, "Give me that, give me that, give me that playbook."
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
So it's
with
like,
you.
so it's like, all right, Nick, you offensive guy. If you see
we
your
struggling,
OC your boy, like, where are you at? So I think a lot of times, like you said earlier, whether it's Kellen Moore, because in Kellen Moore's offense, AJ was reading a book. He was reading a book during a playoff game.
That's what I'm saying.
Playoff game.
That's what I'm saying.
We seen Brian Johnson the year before. The only person that I felt like Nick could really defer to and not even think about the offense was with Shane Steichen.
Yeah,
that was the one guy that was like, all right, but
complete control of that
complete control. And then I think that conservative mentality is what Nick Sirianni has adopted. And Hurts always talks about, when they get to Hurts right now, Hurts talks about, they let me out my straitjacket. He said that after the Commanders game, the NFC Championship. And there's been talk of, well, this is the offense that Hurts wants. And if you saw Derek Gunn's report, Seth Joyner reiterated it, was essentially like, this could potentially be a Carson Wentz 2.0 situation. We're talking about the reigning Super Bowl MVP.
Carson.
There's also been talk that folks in the locker room, they don't like Hurts' play style. They don't like the way that he's so conservative. And here's the thing with it, bro. Like, we can't have it both ways. I know it's a fine line.
Yeah.
But y'all make it such a big deal when Hurts has a turnover or he has that bad game. But then with these other guys, the Herberts, the Allens, the Bakers, the Sam Darnolds, it's crickets.
Sam Darnold is crazy.
Like y'all give them the benefit of the doubt, and they don't have no Super Bowl MVP. They don't have no championship. So it's like you make it a bigger deal with Hurts and expect him not to resort to, being conservative, not giving AJ, those same 50-50 balls. So obviously it's a balance. You want to have, you don't want to be super risky, but you want to be aggressive and play to win. But the lack of grace for a Super Bowl MVP is insane to me. Like, what you think, Chris? I feel like it's so crazy. Like,
no, I 1000% agree, but I also feel like that's just kind of what comes with the territory. Because I look back on my childhood at the quarterbacks that I was fortunate enough to watch growing up, and Donovan McNabb got crushed, Peyton Manning got crushed until he won. Drew Brees used to get crushed. He got traded because he got hurt. They used to violate him for real until he started going down there doing what he did. Even Tom Brady early in his career. Oh, he's a game manager. They're winning in spite of him and things of that nature. And then he had to have a time period where he was like, all right, now hold on. I got to get some MVPs in here. I got to lead the league in passing yards and touchdowns. So, but the piggyback on what y'all was talking about earlier, I think it is a big onus on the players to, it kind of doesn't matter what's being called because everybody watches film, everybody scouts. So for the most part, everybody in teams are going to know what's going on with your running, the formations and things of that nature. So you just got to be able to beat your guy. But that's normally in other sports. Coaching matters the most in football compared to any other sports. So Jeffrey Lurie, he's sitting up in the owner's box and, he going to watch the highlights and he's going to watch San Francisco and see Christian McCaffrey running a route and he's wide open up the field and he's the best player on the team. He's going to watch Cincinnati. He's going to watch Jamar Chase get the ball thrown at him 20 times. Like, hold on. He has Joe Flacco at quarterback, and Joe Flacco can get him 20 targets and still can get T. Higgins some targets, and they can still win or be in the game, or it can be a shootout. But imagine having that shootout with our defense. Like, we're going to be in a good spot. So I think he is looking around the league and looking at these other coordinators like, hold on, man. Like, their best players are getting schemed, not just open. They're wide open.
Wide open. Yeah.
Like, Christian McCaffrey can run a route, catch the ball, fall, get up, and then score because he's so wide open on some of these drawn-up plays. And it's just like, in football, coaching matters the most. In basketball, you can kind of get away with it if the individual talent is just that dominant.
Just to piggyback off your point, and shift to the UAB, your thoughts on the whole Hurts, Derek Gunn, BG talked about it too. He's like, I mean, he said what you said, Chris, is that it's what come with the territory. Now, I look at the whole Eagles offense, Jalen Hurts and these boys, like, it's a prime opportunity against the Cowboys to light them up.
Yeah.
And it's like, dog, every time they talk crazy, every time they say he can't throw, running back, he is holding the Eagles offense back. Hurts has his best game. What happened? His best game, arguably, of his career, I would say it's definitely top 5, top 3. But it was that Vikings game.
Yeah.
The Vikings were the number 2 ranked pass defense.
Yeah.
And he has a perfect passer rating. 3 touchdowns, was amazing. He was amazing. 300-something yards. I mean, he was on another level. And over those 2 games against the Vikings and Giants, he had 7 passing touchdowns to 9 incompletions. So now it's like, all right, they're back on you. Show them why they don't know what they talking about, or show them why just, stay in your lane. Is this what y'all wanted to see? You love saying that, Joe.
Yeah.
That's what you love to see. But I think you hit it on nail on the head with the scheming guys open, because the Eagles have been great against man coverage. Man coverage is just, my guy is better than your guy.
Yeah.
And we're going to make this play.
Yeah.
Like the Rams were stupid enough to play man. And AJ and Smitty, Goddard, these guys, they just, lit them all up.
And crazy.
Went crazy. So when teams go back to zone, like you saw in that Broncos game, that first half, AJ had his way with Patrick Surtain, got a PI, had like 40-something yards. That second half, they went to zone. Van Joseph, they went to zone, and they neutralized AJ. I think part of that is Devontae is better against zone coverage, and AJ's not the best in zone. But it goes back to the coach, where it's like, you got a great player. Got a great player. Like, hey, you got a Ferrari, use that joint right.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. Like, what's the answer to it? What's the answer to the test? They're sitting there. We know you're good at zone. We know 50-50 balls. We know Smitty can sit there and carve you up and route running and get open to man. But when teams or when they're going to blitz or rush forward and send everybody back in coverage, what are you? We can't still do the same comeback routes, the hitch routes, the go routes on zones. That's the purpose of a zone. So why we don't have any over routes, and I'm sick of the slant too, but some over routes and some pick plays or screen plays. It's a lot of things, but we don't see any of those things, which that's why it worries me when it comes with the OC. When it comes to that, like y'all say, coaching matters. You could take a team and you would be an A+ coach and make a team good, but when you got that much talent, you literally don't know what to do with it. You're gonna have issues.
Exactly. So,
Agree.
like
I agree.
in the NFC, could we talk about? There was this topic that before the Lions game, it was y'all can't play that way against the Packers. You can't play that same way against the Lions.
Right.
It's like
Yep.
that Lions offense is gonna light y'all up, so you better be able to beat them in a
Score.
shootout.
Yeah.
And I'll say like I thought we was gonna win, but I thought it was gonna be in a shootout. That was mainly because I thought, man,
They
that
was
Eagles
gonna put- yeah,
defense,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, you expecting a lot from them to replicate what they did against the
The
Packers,
Packers.
and they did an even better job. So I mean, hey, they happily and Kobe, all these guys, they balled out. But I mean, they was talking about, all right, they can't play this way, but they keep winning though. So is there a team in the NFC? Start with you, Chris, then go to AB that you're looking at as, all right, if the Eagles keep playing this way, this team could catch them, or who's the biggest threat to you in the NFC?
Man, that's a great question. I knew we was gonna be able to get the win against the Lions though, because I knew it was gonna be cold and we was playing Jared Goff and he don't play good in cold weather games. Not you know what I mean? So I knew that they could hold him. I just didn't know it was gonna be to that few points. But no, I definitely think the Lions still, just because you have a bad game, that doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, you can't continue to grow and develop and get better. And they also got some guys that's out too that they'll have back, Laporta and guys like that they rely on heavily. So come playoff time, the Lions are definitely going to be still in the hunt. But you know what I mean? The Rams, man, they got a Super Bowl coach, Super Bowl quarterback. I mean, they're the scariest. They got weapons on the outside that if you match up, for example, you go man, they could beat you. You go zone, they could scheme guys open. So um, we had a tough time with them last year, and they got a nice young defense. So I definitely think it's the Rams and the Lions that could give us some trouble later on down the line, especially if our offense doesn't get it going. Because come playoff football, you're gonna have to make something happen. Some of these games can turn into a shootout, and before you know it, you're down 21-7, and 21-7 in the playoffs, that could be ball game.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you. Like those teams are still in the hunt. I'm not gonna count them out, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I've always said this even going into the season. Well, not going into it, but as the season start going along, we the biggest competition is ourselves. The biggest competition is ourselves. I'm gonna be totally honest with you because even looking at the games that we've seen us play, half the time when we're close or we got to squeak it out is because of a holding penalty on a conversion on third down, or we can't get no run game, or the disconnecting. So we talk about all these different things with the offense that's going wrong with it. Like you said earlier, what if we actually had the offense to actually go with the defense that we got going on? Who is really stopping this team? Those teams are in it, yes, but I believe at our best, if we ever can get there, I don't think really anyone really is messing with. But I'll give, like I said, I respect the game. I understand people get paid too, and it's any given Sunday. So yes, they can go out there in the playoffs and get cooked or lose to one of those teams like the Rams. But I really do believe we're probably the biggest enemy or opponent to us ourselves.
And I think that Derek Gunn report kind of shows that too, because like
Yeah.
we got folks in the building that's talking to the media, and whether you think it's a prominent player or not, nobody knows. You're not gonna put that blame on just one person. You don't know, but I will say it's obviously somebody in the organization like chatting.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in sports. Like, it's a lot of people in the organization. Like people go and chat, people go and talk. But I will say too, maybe the person talking to Derek Gunn or kind of putting in that might be some dissension in the locker room, whatever the case may be. Maybe they saying that to turn up Hurts, to turn up this team, because whenever we think, all right, it's not looking good, after that Giants game, it was like, bro, like it felt like we was 0-5 at that time. Like it was terrible, but
Like
they came
Right.
back and we're dominant against the Vikings.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just how like the moxie of their team is. Going to like the Eagles defense, who's been a player, there's been so many, but who's been the biggest impact to this team? Start with UAB and go to Kris. Who's been the biggest impact on the defense this season? I mean, we got guys on all three levels. But I mean, you got several guys out here. They on contract years.
Man,
They playing like
they on contract.
Like they broke.
they trying to get that chicken.
No, so as far as the play, well, one, we all know Jalen Hurts, he messed with one of the goats himself and MJ's, not Miles Johnson, everybody. We thought Michael Jordan, but at this moment, but he always tried to find stories and things that made him mad for him to go out there and perform. So I do believe he took on that persona, whether it's acting or not. He took on that persona, like, no, I talk about me, be mad. Don't give me no praise, don't give me no accolades. Just talk about me because I want to continuously. And he says it all the time. He wants to continuously prove people wrong, prove himself right, and everything like that. So I just feel that's how Jalen is. And the Derek Gunn report is like, I just don't understand why it was even said at this point. Like, I know it's a lot of, you can have a lot of different conversations about it, who said it, who didn't say it. My thing is, what does it serve us good for you to be saying this unprompted, by also that for you to even bring this up? So that whole Derek Gunn situation to me is just like, like I understand you respect it in the game and everything like that. People try to slap that on it to like soften the blow, but sometimes to me it's just like, is this just clicks or is this just, are you really trying to report something because this was unprompted and you're telling us something negative about the main person that's keeping this shit steady. This whole shit steady. With all this that's going on, the one constant we have out of everybody is who? Jalen Hurts out of everybody. So I just don't understand that. But as far as a player, I know you probably have him in mind though, for sure. But we gotta say Nakobe. You got to see Nakobe defensively. I would say Jalen Phillips, but he just got here. You know what I'm saying? It's either for me the Nakobe or my guy Jordan Davis. One of them for sure. Because like one, Jordan Davis holding it down while everyone's hurt. JC recovering, no edge rushers. Then Nakobe is just like you. I feel like I ain't gonna lie, probably like one of the most quintessential pieces that's why this defense is even playing the way that they're playing right now. Once that middle is solidified, you can't run. None of that stuff. It makes it easier for everyone to cover and pass rush. So I would say probably Nakobe and like my 1B, Jade or Jordan Davis for sure.
How about you, Kris?
Oh man, I gotta go straight to the Young Bucks, man. They've been holding it down on defense since day one. Quinyon and Coop.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm talking about day one, plug and play.
Plug and play.
Plug and play. Who the best guy? Quinyon like, yeah, I got him. Coop like, who the best in the slot? I gotta play safety today. All right, cool. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't matter. And to have that kind of mindset as they came in that and with as rookies with that. You know what I mean? They stepped on the field as rookies with that, you know what I mean? We don't care type attitude.
Not normal.
Not all.
And we talking about DBs. Like, think of, like, no disrespect, but like, bro, we haven't had a white DB corner since like Jason Sehorn or somebody crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, no, not only is he a DB, he's strapping. He's strapping.
And
tackling,
tackling the slot. It tell people all the time when they running your way, you dang near outside linebacker at that point. They coming right at you.
You feel me? So I definitely got to go to them Young Bucks. And like you said, Dean coming back off an injury, he just been a man out there. He just been a bully. He been a Broad Street bully out there, man. Just running guys over, covering guys, just showing his value coming off injury. So you got to tip your hat to him. And then defensive line, man. The new addition, man. The new addition to the crew,
The
man.
new edition.
The new addition. He dancing, twirling his little toe in his little gun joint, like, do your thing, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Get busy on him out there. Prime
Game
time, too.
one. Game one.
Oh, man. It's just like the defense is humming, man. So the young guns, 1-7, and then our new addition, man, Phillips, man. Shout out to the crew. They've been holding it down.
Like that.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, I asked the question, like who on the defense, like, would you point to? And you honestly can't point to one person.
Yeah.
Right. You
On all
can't.
3 levels,
There's somebody.
it's Coop and Q. Whether it's having the best linebacker core in the league, the Kobe Dean, Zach Bourne, Jahad Campbell, who I believe is the favorite to win Defensive Rookie of the Year at this point.
Far, yeah.
Like, they're sitting Jeremiah Schreier Jr., who he could start for a lot of these teams in the NFL, right? So, even mentioned Jalen Phillips, even mentioned Jalen Carr, mentioned Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith,
Oh, my
Jalen
God.
Hunt. Jalen Hunt be able to pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, get a one-on-one shot. He taking advantage. Yeah.
And then, two, it's like when you have a guy in Jalen Phillips come to the team, he makes it easier for everybody else, because before you were asking Jalen Hunt and like Joshua Uche to, you know, be the main guy on first, second, third down, versus now you bring in Jalen Phillips, you got fresh legs now.
Yes,
You got
sir.
fresh legs. So before Jalen Hunt's load, like it was huge, like what they was asking him to do. Now it's like you can kind of pick your spots more. You come in, you are fresh. You are now you're seeing what he's doing. He's kind of picking up off of what he did in the Super Bowl.
Still got BG here.
Still got BG. It's like now you got that
The
rotation.
OG BG.
What? But BG in his first rep pushed the pocket on the Packers. I
man.
mean, he was balling. He was balling.
Crazy.
Like going crazy. So I think that I would look to just the Georgia Bulldogs, and I will say this. I don't know what the Georgia Bulldogs are trying to do with the Philadelphia Georgia Bulldogs, but they're trying to make Jeffrey Lurie and this Eagles organization bankrupt. I'll say it again. The Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis,
Jeffrey
Jalen
got
Carr,
it.
Nolan Smith, they're trying to make Jeffrey Lurie broke.
Nah,
Because
he got it. He
all
got
these
it.
guys got
He
it.
got it.
And
This
he
one,
got it.
he do the Eagles for fun.
He got it. So I need Nakobe Dean long term. I need Jordan Davis long term. We know Jalen Carter, blank check, long term. Nolan Smith needs you long term.
Need you.
All of them guys,
Come on, man.
especially Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis this season, they've been balling like rent is due, first of the month.
Yeah.
And like that's how they play. It's like, no, like I'm not like you said earlier, it's like not only are they balling for the Eagles, but it's a business. They balling because it's 31 other teams
looking at this.
that are looking at them.
Yeah.
Like, well, I could use a Jordan Davis.
Need that chicken.
Need that chicken.
Bark, bark.
Come on. Come
Need
on.
it.
And so you got a couple free agents, whether it's Reed Blankenship, Jalen Phillips, Nakobe Dean, like Jahan Dotson, but you got some guys on defense that how we gonna have to make his magic work and figure it out. So
Manipulate the salary cap, baby. Come on now.
You feel me?
Listen, you get paid handsomely to do what you do too.
I'm about to say, he get all this praise. They talk about how he manipulate. Well, manipulate how we manipulate right now, because we need at least 2 of these guys back. Even if you ain't get all of them, at least 2. Shoot, we ain't even talking about the back end. Remember, CJ Garner Johnson gone. We thought that was going to be, don't get me wrong, still believe he should be here, but you ain't hear nothing from Makuba in a while. He had his couple first games, let up some touchdowns and stuff. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's good.
So
hey.
you hit on
another young guy that got thrown in the fire. He flowing.
There we go.
There
we go.
Flowing.
There we go.
He's flowing. So I want to pivot to Eagles Cowboys preview. Obviously, the Cowboys, they beat the brakes off the Raiders, who are a terrible team, going to be in contention for #1 overall pick.
Could have flexed them out of the primetime game for real.
Oh my gosh, got Genty behind that terrible offensive line. And they're worse than the Eagles' offensive line.
Oh, not even close.
Way worse. It's not even close. But Kris, what's your thoughts going into this Eagles Cowboys game? Worried at all? Obviously, like division games can get weird. Feel like it'd be disingenuous to just say like the division games can't get weird. You know, Dak does play us well.
No, he cooks us when we play in Dallas.
And they got a defensive tackle and Quentin Williams. Now he's their one, and Kenny Clark is their two. So that drastically helps out their defense. What are you looking forward to seeing in that Eagles Cowboys game this weekend?
Well, first and foremost, definitely our offensive line against their new additions on defense, because we got some guys out and they got some guys off of injury and through trade, like you said. So I'm looking forward to see how some of our reserves do on the offensive line in a kind of a hostile environment, a big time platform, prime time game, down in Dallas. They get a lot of eyeballs on those games down in Dallas. So looking forward to that matchup. And then Jalen Hurts, man. I saw CC Husband before he got benched for the Giants. I saw him almost put up 500 yards versus the Cowgirls. So I'm expecting Jalen Hurts to give us I'm expecting him to play a lot better than he has these last two performances in a winning effort. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what we all care about. We want you to play well, and we want you guys to win. We feel like this team is good enough to do both. Mm-hmm. And then obviously our young corners matching up against their superstar receivers, because they got two superstar receivers. CeeDee Lamb is a superstar receiver, and Pickens is showing us that he's also one as well. So to see our young corners, our young secondary going up against their superstar receivers, and our offensive line against their new additions on defense.
I think we're about to see.
It's one of them.
It's one of them.
It's one of them.
I mean, you touched it. Those two Dallas receivers.
Yeah.
They superstars, bro.
You're just talking about this season. George Pickens been wide receiver one. Just about this season. This season, what they've done.
Gentlemen, come on.
But no, we know CD better. We know CD the guy. Yes. But what Pickens been doing.
Think about him in Pittsburgh versus there and now.
It's night and day. I mean, he been top five wide receiver.
This is my only pushback. This is my only pushback with that, because I give guys a little pushback with that when they try to do the same thing with us and the Eagles. It's just like Pickens is able to look how he looks. One, because Dak is finding him. No question about it. He's getting open and Dak is finding him. And two, CD is getting majority of the attention.
For sure.
CD was out with some injury and he still held it down, but their offense definitely took a step back. Like they weren't, they started losing some games. They was getting blown out for certain teams. Like they looked shaky while CD was out a little bit, but I feel like just like AJ opens up, because this year people can say, well, Smitty's been better than AJ, and it's just like, well, if we didn't have AJ, I don't know if these numbers would look the same.
That's definitely fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like Pickens is a wide receiver one, but we all know who Big Dog is.
Oh, we all know like CD, the body work that he has, but they still got wide receiver 1A, wide receiver 1B.
Yeah, no
and they gonna be tough to guard.
They got two superstar receivers, man, and an all-star quarterback right now when it comes to getting them guys the ball.
That offense been humming, and I'm looking at Adoree Jackson.
That's what I'm about to say. I guess it's glad we see.
I'm looking at Adoree Jackson.
We see some improvement last week.
Because
thinking that
against the Lions, against Amon-Ra St. Brown, my brother, he had locks.
I was calling him an
thing about Philly. Yeah, one thing about Philly. If you do well, we are going to praise you.
Yeah.
We're gonna praise you. Now, if you crap the bed,
we're gonna let you know.
Yeah, but we always keep it fair. Real talk, people keep it fair. Like Adoree was balling.
Hey, Akon, he had cuz locked up over there, man.
Had him locked up. Now everybody see. All right, can you sustain this?
Can you
sustain this?
Jalen Carter, Kobe Dean, we calling all.
Pass rush, come on, man.
Yes. So we're gonna need a huge game from this defensive line, because I don't care how great Adoree looked like
Yeah.
against Amon-Ra
I
Brown.
agree, though.
If you give Dak Prescott time in the
He's
pocket
gonna
to find
Yep.
CD
Carve you up.
Pickens,
Yeah.
he's gonna throw for 300 yards
Yeah.
on us.
And you
So,
want to know what's been kind of shocking about the Cowboys? Got to give them credit. They head coach and hire been better than we all thought.
oh yeah,
Who they
Shoddy.
Shoddy,
Okay.
he be calling, he be scheming stuff
he
up.
called. Hey,
I mean,
better than
bro.
Patullo.
he's definitely a NFL coach. I would give you that. You know how we was talking about how
Yeah,
if you're average, you can at least be like Jeremiah Trotter. He's at least a starting linebacker in this league. So,
yeah.
So I give you that, but I'm not going to. You talk about us with them, but I'm not going to go overboard with Shoddy. Not just yet. Not just yet.
I think
Because
he's
Shoddy's an
surprising
offensive
folks,
guy.
but
He is.
Offensive guy.
But it's the Cowboys. Maybe it's the Cowboys stain that I'm putting on him or something.
I'll give him like respect that before the season started, Jerry got paid, he got his feelings, traded y'all best player. And like, hey, like without CD for a couple of games, the offense has still been humming and all that. And I didn't expect that. So I'll give him that. But
Yeah.
the Cowboys,
Bro, we thought that
Yes,
was the
the
F
Cowboys.
hire. Every majority of the people this summer, when Shoddy got hired as the coach of the Cowboys,
was like
thought
it's
that was the
terrible.
worst, like a F.
I'll
Like
give you
you go
that,
down,
yeah.
yeah,
I'll give
they
you
thought
that.
that it turned out to not be an F. It's way better than that.
Yeah, I see what you say to him is like, all right, the expectations are
You
bottom of the barrel. So it's
No
like
question. We thought he was going to fail.
if you just decent, but I'll give him like the Cowboys offense being like top 3 in the league.
They always
Yeah,
like
I'll
that.
give you
They're
that.
always
And your
good.
best player get traded before the season start, and you're a rookie head coach. Man, he
Yeah.
holding it. All things considered, he kind of holding it down for real.
That's why I say he's a NFL coach. I give
Yeah.
him that.
He coaching under Jerry. We all know that's not easy.
Yeah.
His best player get traded a week and a half, 2 weeks before the season start. And his second best player basically was out missed 3 or 4 games on offense.
Yeah.
It's still
So
a
like,
Cowboys.
and they had a guy that just passed away. You know what I mean? So it's just like he's kind of been holding it down as a rookie head coach.
Yeah. So I think like who have them boys playing for real, like it's gonna be a
Yeah.
tough game. Like it's gonna be a tough game. I think division games are always tough. But yeah, I'm looking at the offense. I'm looking at the offense to really have a bounce back game. You in a dome. I don't want to give the excuses of weather, but let's call a spade a spade. You playing in a dome at Jerry's World versus you playing at freezing cold and Lambeau
Yeah.
or all them wind and link. Like it's gonna be easier, more favorable for the offense. So I'm looking for the offense to do better. And for the running game, it's a guy we ain't talk about who he has been balling. I'm talking about Tank Bigsby.
Yes,
And
sir.
they gotta give Tank Bigsby more carries, man. Because I know it's the Saquon show, and Saquon's 4th in the league in carries, but the Eagles' running game isn't efficient. So you running Saquon to the ground. You
Right.
got guys banged up left and right. I would like to see give Tank 10 carries. Give him 8 carries. Like give him a bigger load so that it puts less pressure on Saquon to be Superman on first down, second down, and it keeps the defense guessing because you got like a power runner with Tank Bigsby. Like he's real decisive versus Saquon. Like he got the vision. He's trying, all right, jump to the right, A gap, B gap, C gap, or whatever. He might dance a little bit before he like bursts through that hole. So I would love to see Tank Bigsby. He's averaging over 9 yards a carry right now. 9 yards a carry.
That's
Get
awesome.
a guy some more love. So
That's
he did
real.
that against Giants. It was like 2nd and 20 some, and he converted on that.
Yeah.
Against the Lions, he had 4 carries for like 34 yards too. So he's a weapon that already the passing game's had its struggles. Lean on that running game. I'm looking for him. How about you, AB? Before we close and all that stuff with the Eagles Cowboys preview, like on offense, is there a certain player that you looking given the matchups against the Cowboys.
I mean, like I said, that's not a bad one either. Tank Bisbee for sure, because I've seen the same
Real
thing.
good one.
You see the explosion, you see the switch up and run styles, all those things. Like you said, 10 carries, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? It's a win-win regardless. You lessen the beating on Saquon and you also still get production. I mean, like you said, in the Lions game, for the three carries that he had, he averaged almost 6 yards a pop. So it was like let you know the efficiency that he has going on. Offensively, man, I'm just going to be real, and I hate that it keeps coming back to this because it's still a passing league to me. Um, I do believe our defense will show up but it's division games. You know how they go. You know how these games go. They're tougher than most, so you might have to put up some points rather it be them scoring the ball. You got to keep up with them or not. We don't know just yet, but I do. I don't know how much better it can get, but I do need to see this passing game, even if it's reverting back to the Smitty. You know what I mean? Making him the primary type situation or something like that. Whatever it needs to be at this point, it ain't about for me. And as a fan, we can speak like this. I'm not the owner, I ain't the coach, so I ain't gonna care about none of this stuff like that. But we gotta do they always preach about doing what it takes to win. So if that takes what the win is, getting the passing game and the passing game is going through other guys, then do it. Me, it's just the overall passing game. We need some cohesiveness, some continuity, some rhythm with it, and we seen it. The one game where AJ wasn't there. That was the offense was, and I hate doing it. I love AJ, but it was humming. You seen rhythm, you seen pinpoint passing, you seen everything was collective and going together. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Goedert having a breakout year as well too. So if that's what it takes for this offense to go and go get this win this weekend and beyond, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Personally.
How about you, Chris? What you looking to see from the offense in this game? AJ targets, Smitty, Saquon, yeah, name it all.
Man, it's funny, man. I watch a lot of TV and stuff, and it's funny that like some of the things that coaches come together with and steal from each other and things like that. But I'm expecting our best players to be better than their best players. The guys who we giving all this money to, top paid at this, top 5 in your position here, and you top. I'm expecting those guys to come out and be who they're supposed to be. I'm expecting Saquon to be Saquon. I'm not expecting you to get 200 yards a game, but getting a 60, I'm expecting more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting Kevin Patula to help these guys out, man. Like, if we have to work the hardest each and every single time we go out on offense, man, that's going to be hard for anybody. We got to get something easy. We got to take some layups. You know what I mean? Get a couple of free throws. Get somebody, you know what I mean? Find somebody we don't like on their defense and attack them.
Attack them.
Yeah, like so. I'm expecting our quarterback, man, to be able to get the ball to all of our playmakers because I feel like that's really what it comes down to. The play is called, but the quarterback, he has the ability to check us in and out of things and get us in the right stuff and get the ball where he's supposed to. So I watched CC Husband give the CC Husband before he got benched on the Giants. Listen, I'm telling you, before CC Husband got benched, he almost put up a 500 piece in Dallas.
Yeah. You're right. This is the defense that we can get. We should be able to get it right.
This
I
the
know we said
confidence
that
boost.
before. Yeah. I know we said it before, but there's no way he definitely should be out there. I know they got Quentin Williams and different things of that nature, but
Come
their
on,
defense
man.
still isn't what it needs to be. They should be
Yeah.
stopping us for sure.
And then it's like I'm looking at week 1 against the Cowboys, which I was there. I felt the pass numbers don't show it, but Hurts was, I feel like, amazing in that game.
Great.
And
It was good, man.
guys just weren't open because of the offensive scheme. And he was like, all right, I'm just taking my own hands. We got Jordan in the building.
Yeah, I was about to say, remember he was basically keeping us afloat that whole game. Yes, absolutely.
You got Jalen Carter out, and then it was the defense in the beginning. That first half was terrible.
Yeah.
And you had the thunder and all that, and kind of mess up the mojo and stuff, but it would still get the job done. So I'm looking for the passing game to get active, like Smitty,
Come on, man.
AJ, and I think it's like we fall in this where it's like Devontae goes crazy or Devontae gets a lot of touches. What about AJ?
Mm-hmm.
Then last game, AJ had 11 targets, had 7 receptions, but you forget about Smitty.
All together, yeah.
And then it's like, can we not have it this or that? Can it be everybody get involved? Like in basketball, it's like, all right, like you want Maxey and Embiid to snap.
Yeah.
And
Right.
VJ and Paul George. Like with the Knicks, like it's everybody. Is Cat, is Brunson, is Mikal, is OG. Everybody going
Oh,
crazy.
man.
It don't gotta be just a this or that.
Yeah.
All right, it's only AJ. Okay, if it's not only AJ, it's only Saquon. Not only Saquon, it's only Smitty and Goddard. So I want to see everybody get involved there. So
we need a Kris to hit that shot.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Put me in, coach.
That's what
Put
I'm
me
saying.
in, coach.
That's what I'm saying. So it was a pleasure having you on. And I want to ask you, like, I guess it's making me feel a little bit old, but I was in high school. I was in high school when you hit the shot, bro. And it was 2016. I remember like it was yesterday. Archie, give you that shovel pass, Shakum. Like, could you just walk us through like that play?
Yeah.
You hitting the shot, the biggest shot in Villanova sports, and it's up there with biggest shots in Philly history.
Yeah, forget collegiate history. You tripping?
Yes.
Talk about that to this day.
To this day. So, like, could you just walk us through the shot that one of the biggest shots in college basketball history?
Nah, man, it's crazy that this year is a 10-year anniversary, which is like, it's wild just to even think about. But I mean, at that time, man, the only thing that mattered was just hooping and winning. And that play was just, it was basically just like a microcosm of like just what our whole season and our team was about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we had fought, we was kind of up, had a lead, and then let slip, did some things uncharacteristic, let the lead slip. They made some plays, and now we're tied. So it's just like everybody just knew in that moment, like, look, we got time to win the game, and that's the only thing that mattered. Like, we could still walk out of here these last couple of seconds, execute the way that we supposed to, and get the dub. So we were gonna give our senior captain the ball. Arch, he was a 4-year starter, 4-year captain, so he was gonna have the ball. Daniel was going to set a screen and we was going to have some action on the other side, but it was up to Arch to kind of make a play. And again, just kind of what our season and our team was about. Senior captain, senior leader. Could have took the shot and nobody would have been upset. But, he gave up his look for mine, which was kind of just wide open. And, anybody on our team at that time, we had a motto like, shoot them up or sleep in the streets. And we was just always guys that was just going to die, going aggressive. Like we was going to lose. We was going to be on the aggressive side. I remember in college, sometimes we shoot, 30, 40, 50 threes if we had to, just because that was our mindset and how we played. So that was just it, man. Just wanting to win, just being happy that we won. You know what I mean? There's a lot that go into it. You sacrifice, you spend a lot of time away from your family, a lot of aches, a lot of bruises, pains, not getting paid at that time. So it's just like, yo, man, it's just a lot that go into it. So you're just so happy that, we won. Not how we won, but like, man, we just got the dub, dog.
Yeah, and I think it's you're looking back, you had Marcus Page hit that double clutch.
I was just about to bring that up. That
I'm
stuff
like,
is still BS, yo. To this day, that was a BS.
No, he's pissed off. He gotta be pissed off.
You got to.
It's like that was a clutch shot. If they won that joint, they're looking at him like, well, you the here.
He was gonna be Carolina lure forever. Like,
forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, he probably be up there with Michael Jordan's shot.
Yeah,
I mean, shoot, like what?
Nah, that shot would have been up there with MJ's for sure, because the double clutch, kick, jump, feet in the air.
That was nuts, yo. I couldn't believe it. I looked at that shot and said, no way this guy really just sat there and made that shot.
I'm like, that was
I'm telling you.
And I want to ask for you, when did it truly hit for you? Like, yo, I hit this shot, because in the flow of the game, everything's going so fast. Everybody's celebrating so fast. But was there a moment like, what was it, a parade or an interview or something like that, or press, or whatever the case may be, where you were like, dang, like Mom, Dad, I actually did it. Like, this is great.
That's a great question, man. If I'm being honest, at that time, you got so many more dreams that you want to accomplish, so you don't really think about it, what I mean, that much unless people come up to you and ask for a picture or autograph or things like that. But there would be little moments back then where, like, we were the last male team to go to the White House and see President Obama. So that was pretty cool, especially being from the area. So to go to the White House and being from there, that was one of those moments where it was like, dang, this is like, we actually did it. This is crazy. Going to the ESPYs that year, that was the year, Kobe and Peyton Manning and all them retired. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Chris Paul and CP and LeBron and all them gave their speech, that little speech that they gave. So that was pretty cool. That was another moment. Like, damn, we out here in LA as a team. Like, we posted. We had the 4 seasons. We living good. Like, this one of those we'll remember it forever moments. And then I probably feel it a little bit more now, like that I'm not playing pro overseas or anything like that. Just like, kind of being around, going to sporting events. My Kris Jenkins initiative with, getting ready to have a live show this summer and, things of that nature, which I'm gonna invite y'all to too for sure, man. Y'all
Yeah.
gotta make sure y'all pull up.
Yeah.
Invite whoever. It's gonna be we working out where it's gonna be, but if I'm not mistaken, it's probably gonna be right at Villanova. If everything works out the way that it's supposed to. So, it's probably in moments like that where I could try to do things and put things together to kind of give back and help out in my little way. Just because, throughout my journey, like, yeah, I was a good player and I had my time and things like that. But, I had so many people help me along my journey. So I feel like if I could just help out a little bit, that's just me doing my part. Because like I said before, I had a lot of great people make sacrifices to help me out.
That's amazing. And want to end it off getting your thoughts on the NIL space and what we're seeing now, whether it's football, basketball. I mean, I saw this one tweet. Y'all gonna laugh at this, John, but it was the BYU men's basketball team.
Okay.
It's like, no, NIL is out of control. Like,
Oh yeah, the
look at all
brothers
these
on that
brothers in
job.
Utah, yo. Look at all these brothers in Utah. That jaw humming. That jaw humming.
Yeah.
I got all these brothers.
So what's your perspective on it and reasoning beyond suing the NCAA because the NIL space now is much different than it was 10 years ago, right?
I mean, it didn't exist 10 years ago. So, my whole outlook on it is obviously everything needs to have kind of some rules and regulations. We have, the NFL has a salary cap. Like, it's the biggest, they have billions and trillions of dollars, but there's rules, you know what I mean? So I feel like everything needs to have some kind of rules and regulations and some guidelines that kind of both benefit the player and the university. Like, you know what I mean? People get paid a lot of money to figure those things out. I don't necessarily have the answers, but people, it's their job to figure out those answers. And as we can see, the NCAA has been dropping the ball on things like this since it began. So I believe that players should have always been compensated in some way outside of just, hey, we'll let you come to school here. I always feel like, you know what I mean? Because back when we were in school, man, if somebody bought you a McDonald's sandwich, you know what I mean, and you were ineligible.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it was that strict. So to see that it go completely the other way.
Like
Yo, back then, Mickey D's, you could get a McDouble and all that good stuff for $1. So you could be ineligible for $1, a $5 meal.
What?
Yeah, that's just how crazy it was. So, you see all these universities make all this money. You see coaches, you go to university, they win. Everybody except the players make more money and the school grows. They buy more land, they build new stuff. So I find it interesting the amount of coaches and the type of coaches, the certain coaches that retired when NIL became a thing. I found that interesting. Like very, very interesting, very eye-opening.
Yeah.
As soon as the players get some kind of power, everybody loses their mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we don't know what to do. This is the worst thing ever. We should have never let this happen. How do we and it's just like, dang, when y'all were hoarding and taking every dollar every year, like it to me, it's comedy to see some of these universities like, oh, we don't have money for NIL and this and that when you had a 500-year head start. Like, how is that even possible for
Yeah.
you to not have funds when you've been banking all the money up
Mhm.
until recently?
Mm-hmm.
No, the tournament makes almost $1 billion every year. They
Every
show
year.
my
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
they do all of that, and I've never been compensated in any way. They still use my name, image,
You
and
still use
likeness.
that shot, the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
And my whole gripe with them was, it's fine that you use it, and that if you want to continue to use it is also fine. But with the house case settlement bringing me into the loop with the statute of limitation and things like that, that it's no longer free.
Yeah.
That costs, and it costs a lot. So for you to continue to still run it and do things like that with the arrogance that, what I mean, it is what it is type of deal, is just like, well, here we are. You know what I mean? I kind of got to fight for, what I mean, my rights and the things that I am owed, especially if you're going to continue to still use my name, image, and likeness, which I'm cool with. I want you to use it. I just want you to
Pay
give me
me.
my
Yeah, it gotta be
bread.
fair. It gotta be fair on both
We
sides.
live in America, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I just
absolutely. They teach capitalism all the time. Let me get
come on
some of that
now.
Like,
capital.
get some of that. No,
Yeah.
I think it's great. Like, using your platform, using your voice to, speak up for a whole lot of other athletes that were, playing the same era as you or
Yeah.
before you that uh they kind of just, I guess, born a little bit too early.
Yeah, they kind of
What's going
it's
on
just
now,
tough.
right? Uh
It's
so
tough,
uh
man.
that's what it is. Last thing, like several of your brothers doing great things in the NBA. Jalen Brunson, I mean, his improvement in the league, second to none. Going from I guess playing second fiddle to Luca in Dallas to
Mhm.
then now he's the franchise guy for the New York
Knicks.
Knicks,
Yeah,
like
Right.
yeah,
the
yeah.
mecca of basketball. And then Josh Hart comes to the Knicks, and Mikal Bridges. I wanted him to be a Sixer because they done traded my man on draft night for a
He
guy who
was
played
for a
more than
couple seconds,
15
a couple
games.
minutes.
Like, dang, like, but what does it mean to see all the Villanova guys just play on the same team, and see the chemistry that they still have from college days. Now they're having it in the NBA.
Man, you already know I was fortunate, man. I was fortunate with the guys that I was able to go to college with. And they doing their thing, living out all out the dreams that we all had. So just to watch them do that, it's an honor, bro. You know what I mean? Because the grind, and everything that kind of goes into it, the luck, and the hard work, and everything. It has to be kind of like a perfect storm. So to see those guys grinding and doing their thing, living out their dreams, being able to take care of them, so that's the most important thing, man. Being able to take care of themselves and their families, to know that they're able to do that. Um, yeah, man, my heart full watching them guys play, man. That's lit for sure.
Yes, sir. Well, Chris, it was amazing having you
Yes,
on.
sir. Yes,
Talk
sir.
birds.
Yeah.
You reminisce the greatest moments in college basketball history. I mean,
That's definitely one of my favorites. For
well, I
sure.
remember exactly where I was at when that happened.
I was making a sandwich and screaming in the kitchen. Oh,
Oh, that's okay. I
I'm
came
on the
back
bottom of
to
the pile. You got a sandwich in your hand, man. Life be crazy.
I literally yeah, we came to school. I went to Friend Central on City Line Ave,
Yep.
and I don't know if DeAndre might have been in Virginia at the time, DeAndre and Hunter. I don't,
Hunter, okay.
but now it was like this. The school was just so lit, and all that stuff. So it was just a pleasure to have you on. And yeah, tell people uh I guess, you kind of touched on it earlier, but yeah, what you got going on in the future, and how people can stay plugged in with you. I know you're obviously you're stepping into the media space as well, and
Yeah, yeah.
doing a great job there.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I got my Kris Jenkins initiative stuff coming up this summer. We're gonna have a camp. Like I said, we're gonna have a Philly sports Philly Legends live show. We're gonna have it, invite some guys, and then just talk sports for a couple hours and have a good time, you know what I mean, vibe out. And then I did some broadcasting and stuff for college basketball. So, I'm just trying to do a couple of things, figure out what I like the most, and just kind of see what goes of it, man. I always got a lot of good ideas. Maybe a podcast on that's centered around college hoop, but then ventures out and talks about other stuff. So I don't know. We'll see, man. It's just so much to kind of tap into, man. Just gonna let the creativity and God's plan just take over. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Everybody,
And go to
appreciate
some
y'all for
Birds games
watching.
in between there. Got to throw
Yo,
some
see
Birds
some
games in the
Birds
mix.
games.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
You got
I might
to.
go out to the Chargers, don't I'm like, I ain't never been to SoFi. Let me
Oh
do
yeah, I
that.
like it. Oh, you
Yeah.
feeling good? Yeah, you feeling
Yeah, I mean,
good.
I'm trying to slide like it's electric. You dig?
Yeah, I'll be at the Cowboys. Me and AB were at the Rams
Yeah,
game. When I tell you that was the best game to be at.
But
We
I
out
was
here.
at
I
that
woke up the
joint
next
too.
day. It's the Eagles posted us our reaction. I was like, damn. Got
I was
post
right in the end zone where they blocked the field goal. I was right in
yeah,
that
yeah.
jump.
AB over my shoulder, like, there go JD. There goes JD. JD right there. That's JD right there. So, no, man, pleasure to have you on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody, like, comment, subscribe. Show AB some love. Show Kris some love. And y'all know we always keep it real.
Real.
We
Keep
out.
it real, man.